Hello, I'm Dragos, and in this video we're going to take a look at UV and how you can run scripts in Python directly without the need to install dependencies or create virtual environments. So if you are familiar with Python, you know that in the past, if you wanted to run a script, you needed to have like virtual environments created, you needed to install dependencies with packages and things like that. And in this video we're going to see how you can easily run any script without the need to install the dependencies first. You just use a framework called UV, that it's a pip replacement that will help you do all of these things. So I've created a video in the past with the things that you need to get started with UV and what is about, and basically to install UV you just need to run this simple command to install it. The UV comes from Astral, and with this simple command you just install UV. I already have UV installed, and in this video we're going to check how you can use UV to run this Python script without the need to create any virtual environments or install the dependencies. UV will handle this for you easily. Basically, in the last months, the MCP servers for AI started to be more and more known, and they're starting to use UV, and UV, it can help you run these scripts easily. And yeah, let's go and see exactly how we're going to do that. You'll see how you can use different Python version, how you can add the details into the script. You will also see how you can do all of these things easily. And in the end, we are going to also create a basic script that will go and scrape any article and provide you the Markdown format so you can see how these things are demonstrated. So in here I have the article. I will put the link into the video description, and in here you have the initial one that will help you set up UV and check more about UV if you are not familiar with UV. And yeah, right now I've started directly into this, and the first thing that we are going to do is to build a basic script that will help us just run a Python script that will just print out some information. And in here I have the Z editor open, which is my preferred one, and we're going to move back between all of these things, and I'm going to create this, and I will going to try to explain it. So right now I've created the test.basic.py. Let me open the terminal for this because we are going to run it. So I have here a blank project without anything in there, and I will just copy this and I will put it in here. So basically this is a basic script, is not having any need for dependencies, just using the default things. And if we are going to run UV run test, it should go and check the details. So you see that you have the Python version in here, you have the platform, you have the user, and you have the current location. So this is the first basic script. It doesn't have any dependencies, but we're going to move next and check what is happens when you add, for instance, requests, because this needs to be installed. So I will just create a test API in here, and there are two options to run these scripts. We are going to check them. Okay, test API. This is a script that is testing the GitHub API. Okay, and I'll just copy this, and then we are going to see how we can run it without adding anything right now into the script. So basically this is just goes and fetch some details about the Astral SH, and let me copy the run and I will explain it. So in here you have the run. And if you are going to check this run, you will see that you have the UV run. And if you add the width, you can put the package in here. So this is the first way to run it. And right now, if we run it, it will go and install the request dependency. You see that it installed the request, and it goes and fetch the details that we've asked him to. So nothing crazy in here. Let's move next and check the important things that interest us. And in here you have, for instance, the options to put the version that you want to use. In the command line you can put multiple width options and packages to run it. But the most important part for UV is the options to use this PEP 723, and basically what this is doing, it's you need to add in the script the header, and in here you have the dependencies where you can put the package name with the version. We're going to see this. We can put the version of Python in here, and so on. I've let a description in here with some examples that can help you. And right now we are going to go and check all of these details in a script. So I have a script in here that it uses this, and it uses a couple of packages. Okay, and let me create it first. I think it was web, yeah, GitHub Analyzer. Okay, and let me copy the script for this, and we're going to check it a little so you can understand it. So in here you see that I've added a dependency. It uses requests. It needs to be a version bigger than this one in here. It uses reach, click, and requires Python bigger than 3.10. And yeah, this is the basic script that it just goes and fetch the details about a user from GitHub and uses all of these things in there with requests and things like that. And right now I will save this, and what we are going to do is to go and run it, and you see that you can run this very easily without the need to add a width, because it will use what you have in the script. So I'll put it in here. So UV run GitHub Analyzer, the file that we've just created, and right now this will go and install the packages, and then we'll run the script. So I have a Bitdose user on GitHub where I have some scripts in here, like a nice guy starter, Astro theme, blog theme that I've created that is used on my blog, the utils and so on. And you see that right now this was very fast, and it installed everything quite fast, and you see that you have all the details, and the only thing that you need to do is to add this dependency into the script and just use the UV run on this. And right now we are going to move to something more advanced. I wanted to create like a scrapper that will go and fetch the content of a page in Markdown. Let's see if it's working properly. During my test it works. So in here I have the web scrapper, and we're going to check the script. It will not be in the details, but you see in here that you have some options to run it with a URL, to output it in the MD file. You can put a selector, you have the options to add no links or no images if you want, and yeah, just save it. So basically this is a scraping script that just goes and fetch the format. Is like Firecrawl, and it runs directly into Python, and it uses their default things. And let's see. Okay, web scrapper, and in here I will copy the code that I've created. Okay, web scraping, this is the script. And then we just add this in there. So in here you will see that you have the dependencies like before, and requires Python again that is bigger than 3.10, and then you have the script that it just goes and fetch these details. So what I will do, I will just run this. So it will be UV run web scrapper, and let's put a URL, and for this test I will just copy the URL for this, the UV run script guide. And right now I am not putting anything in there. I'm just want to run it and see what it happens. And right now it will install all the packages, and in here you will see that you will have the details with the article in the MD format. So you see that you have this preview, you have the options to save it if you want, and so on. And yeah, you will have the images in here, you have the links. You see that you have links. And yeah, I just wanted to demonstrate you how UV it's running, is not to show you how you can create this script. You can check it on my article if you are interested to see how it's running. And there is another Another options to use this script is with Shebang. So basically you can add Shebang in there. Shebang it's this part from the beginning. So in here you tell it to use the bin env, it will tell you to use the uv run with script. And what this will do, you can execute this script very easily then with the execution like this, like you are making the script executable, and then you are just executing this with the URL. So basically this is the Shebang thing. And what I will do, I will just copy the, okay, let me put and try this. Okay, so you see that right now this worked, and it is fetch the details. And you see in here that it has this details. And the other things that you can do in here is to tell the Python version that you want to run specifically. So you can install the Python version you want, and you can put it in here when you run the script with Python and the version. So yeah, these things are very easily, and UV can help you run these Python scripts easily without the need to create any virtual environment when installing dependencies. This will handle things for you directly. And yeah, the other thing is that if you want to join my community, I've created a community where you will find different things. I have some free courses in here. I have a portal, so you can register for free in here, and where I will add workshop. You have a Cloud Panel setup course that you can go and check, and I will add some other workshops that I'm going to do. And in here you can ask questions, for instance, and you can interact with other members. So I will let the link to the portal into the description. If you want, you can go and register. It's free, and in here we are going to add some interesting things that I find useful, that can help you. You can even ask questions and receive help in case you need something. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and in case you like what you have seen, please don't forget to like and subscribe.